Chelsea, Liverpool, 11:30 on Sunday. We talked about it, Robbie Mustoe and Tim I yesterday, about the frustration that Thomas Tuchel and Jurgen Klopp are currently feeling. They're angry, they're annoyed at pretty much everything right now, not least their team's own form. But do you think that their distraction with the schedule and the COVID situation and the fact they want 5 subs and they want more cancellations is dripping into the dressing room to the players?
I think it is, because the one thing that I remember from playing was, if a manager told you as a team you look tired, or a manager was telling the media that my team's tired, I need to make changes, you guarantee you feel tired. Because the manager is the boss, he's the leader. And if he's saying things like that, it's going to flow into the dressing room, it's going to flow into the players. I just think that they, you know, when I look at Liverpool, I look at Chelsea, 2 unbelievable teams, 2 unbelievable squads. And yes, we know what's going on in the world at the moment, and we know what's the amount of players that are missing in the Premier League. But Brighton had problems yesterday. They were missing a lot of players. Leicester City, about the players that they were missing. Brighton got a draw at Chelsea. Leicester beat Liverpool. So I understand where they're coming from, but for me, there's no real argument, because it's happening to most teams within the Premier League. And
we heard Thomas Tuchel a little bit earlier on in Goal Zone after the game when they dropped points against Brighton yesterday. There's no sign that Klopp and Tuchel are stopping their complaining anytime soon. It's got to stop, hasn't it, Tim? They've got to get on with it.
Yeah, maybe, but they're not. They won't. I mean, this is who they are. They're in charge of 2 massive football clubs, and part of that is posturing. Part of that is, we talked about, what are they saying to their teams in the dressing room? What are they saying publicly to try and put pressure on the lawmakers and the powers that be? So I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
How do you see the game going then? Stamford Bridge, Chelsea, Liverpool.
I think Liverpool win this game. I think it's a game both teams need to win. I look at Chelsea at the moment. Wonderful players, fantastic players, but I said it earlier in the season, predictable. They've got a lot of players on the pitch that want to end up in the same position. We know how important the wing-backs are for Chelsea. James out, Chilwell out. Might have to be a change of system, but I can only see one winner in this game. I think Liverpool will win this one.
Because they both really have to win. I mean, City would love a draw, but if you look at the table, really, it's got to be all 3 points. Do you think that makes this game even more attractive to watch?
Yeah, there has to be a winner. Both teams know if they get 3 points, they continue to put themselves in the title race. I think it's Liverpool, and here's why. Klopp's going to want a response from the loss against Leicester. He's going to want a response. We know they play high-octane football on the front foot. Chelsea have lost 11 points from winning positions. The thing that Liverpool do best is they keep going and going and going and creating opportunities late in the game, and they wear you down. And we saw the concern a couple weeks ago on Azpilicueta's face in an interview saying, we're used to keeping clean sheets and we're not. Like, that's seeping into this Chelsea team.
Now, we talked about it pre-game, the Romelu Lukaku story that broke just before we came on air. It is on the back page of pretty much every English newspaper that Lukaku gave an interview 3 weeks ago to Sky Sports Italy, in which he said, I'm not happy at Chelsea. I'll be professional and I'm not going to cause a stink, but I am not happy at the club, partly because of the way Tuchel, and he named him, plays a system that he's not happy in. Now, this was 3 weeks ago. How do you think now that this has already gathered steam, because it's on the back page of the paper, how do you think Tuchel will deal with it in tomorrow's pre-match press conference?
The one thing I do like about Tuchel, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He doesn't hold back. There's probably there is an argument to say, I know that Lukaku's come back into the team now and he started to score goals. There's an argument to say that Chelsea's best performances have been with a false 9 this season. At times, earlier on in the season. Now, if you're Tuchel, you know, with what Lukaku said, to a certain extent, you're being undermined as a manager. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if he doesn't play him at the weekend. I really wouldn't be, just because if you're a boss, at times you have to stamp your authority. You need to let people know who's boss. And if Lukaku's able to come out and say that, and there's no real repercussion, then I think it becomes an issue. So it'll be interesting to see that lineup.
Well, it's similar in a way to the Arteta-Aubameyang situation. Do you think Tuchel needs to make a stand?
I think Tuchel needs to say something. He needs to address it. What I would say in favor of Lukaku, just as a footballer, is he said that 3 weeks ago, and in the last 2 weeks he scored goals. Chelsea need goals, so he has to be on the pitch. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Tuchel handles it, because it does need handling.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch highlights all season long, and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend at 7 a.m. Eastern. And for even more content, head over to Peacock, where we've got live games, original series, and a dedicated round-the-clock Premier League channel featuring studio shows, classic matches, and much more.